very honoured to be here today in this very special role. We are here not only to witness their commitment to each other, but also to wish them well and every happiness for their life together. Lester and Kaiser, sincerely, thank you all for being here present today, and for all of those who also spent a big trip to come out of the Philippines, so it's a big ask, so thank you. There is an old Irish saying about marriage that promises that from this day forward you shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home. We have gathered here to celebrate two young people finding such a home. Kaiser and Lester have discovered a soulmate in each other, and with the vows they will soon make, they are committing to walking that path together. Family and friends, as I'm sure most of you are aware how Kaiser and Lester met, but for me, I needed to find out a little bit more. It's always interesting to find out how couples met. And so I did a bit of probing with Lester and Kaiser about how their relationship started. Funny how the one you end up with is often the one that you've been trying to avoid from the very beginning. So I believe it all started in the office. They met in November 2015 in the Philippines, where they both worked together for about 2 years. Lester noticed Kaiser from the very beginning, but I don't think Kaiser was noticing Lester. Things started to get more interesting around about August 2016 when they finally, as they say, got together. When Kaiser left the Philippines to work in Australia, it was not long before Lester followed her to Australia some 3 months later, and the rest, they say, is history. Love will always find a way, and quite often it will always win. It is proof here today that these two are meant to be. John, the gentleman, Lester. Kaiser, the empowered woman, as Lester says. They are so comfortable with each other, so much so that I have been told that Lester will even carry Kaiser's handbag. The most important thing is to see how happy they are in each other's company and the respect that they show one another. Communication, which is so very important in marriage. So friends, I'm going to ask Mike and Mary to please come forward to light the wedding candles on the table. The flames from these candles symbolise God's presence within the union. The lighting of the candles signify that Christ may always be Kaiser and Lester's light in their marriage. Suddenly. And so now I'm going to invite Ethan to say the first reading.
So I'm going to read the verse, so lines 1 to 13 for Corinthians. So if I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, and if I understand all of God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I could move mountains, but didn't love others, I would be nothing. If I gave everything I have to the poor, and even sacrificed my body, I could boast about it. But if I didn't love others, I would have gained nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. Love never loses faith. is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. Prophecy and speaking in unknown languages and special knowledge will become useless, but love will last forever. Now our knowledge is partial and incomplete, and even the gift of prophecy reveals only part of the whole picture. But when the time of perfection comes, these partial things will become useless. When I was a child, I spoke, thought, and reasoned as a child. But when I grew up, I put away childish things. Now we see things perfectly, like puzzling reflections of a mirror. But then we will see everything with perfect clarity. All that I know now is partial and incomplete, but then I will know everything completely, just as God now knows me completely. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these, love.
Thank you, Ethan. And now I'm going to call on Sabrina to please come and say the second reading. Thank you, Sabrina.
This is a verse from John 15, 1 to 17. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, as I also remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you, so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, and so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give you. This is my command: love each other.
Thank you, Sabrina. So now we're going on to some of the legal bits. So I'm going to now say the monitum, which is just telling you that I'm allowed to authorize this marriage. So now I, Judith Casino, am duly authorized by law to solemnize marriages according to law in Australia. Before you're joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily or in mutual for life. So now I'm going to ask Mr. Advise Mr. Now I'm going to do the asking. Lester, will you take Kaiser to be your lawful wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep only unto her, so as long as you both shall live? Yes, thank you. Kaiser, Will you take Lester to be your lawful husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honour and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep only unto him, so as long as you both shall live?
Yes, I will.
All right. We're going to do the wedding vows, so they've both chosen their own wedding vows. So if you want to hold your hands, and then I'll just say a word to you. Say loud. Of course. Guys, I want you to be with you always.
Kaisa, I just want to be with you always, just as you are. I choose you above all others
To share my life with you in marriage.
to share my life with you in marriage.
I love you for yourself,
I love you for yourself,
and I want you to have all that you can do.
and I want you to become all that.
I promise to take care of myself
I promise to take care of myself
the best way I can,
the best way I know how,
so that we can continue growing together.
so we can continue growing together. I promise to honor, respect, as long as I live. I call upon all the persons here present to witness that I, John Lester Navata, take thee, Kaisa, Ligaya, Solti, to be my lawful wedded
Lester, I want to be with you always, just as you are. I choose you above all others to share my life with me in marriage. I love you for yourself, and I want you to become all that you can be. I promise to take care of myself the best way I know how, so we can continue growing together. I promise to honor this pledge as long as I live. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Kaisa Ligaya Solfus, take the John Lester Navata to be my lawful wedded husband.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we come to the ring ceremony. All right. So now I'm going to ask. So, wedding ring is a treasured and valued possession. It is a circle that has no beginning and no end. It symbolizes equality and an infinite commitment, which are the foundation stones of married life.
Kaisa, this is my gift of promise and love.
Trust and pride in one another.
Trust and pride that you are my wife. Take care of it and wear it as a symbol of all that you
My hand is just. You need to turn it.
Ayun na siya, gumando na.
the popcorn.
It fits. Finally. Lester, this ring is my gift and promise of love, trust and pride that you are my husband. Take it and wear it always as a symbol of all that we share. Yours, Eric.
All right. So this is the declaration of marriage. Ladies and gentlemen, Lester and Kaiser have declared before all of us that they will live together in marriage. They have made certain promises to each other. They have symbolized it by joining hands, taking vows, and by exchanging rings. Everyone you have gathered here with you today shares your joy and joins with me in wishing you a long and very happy life together. So on behalf of you all here today, it is my great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Lester, you may now kiss your bride. We're now going to do all the legal signing of papers, etc. So I think music's going to be played while we go and do all the hard stuff.
Yes.
I've got a nice pen here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
Just find a personal one.
So, the smile.
Fun, right?